Alright guys, this is breakfast. I have 0 for the eggs, 0 for the watermelon, 2 for the sausage, and 4 for the sourdough, and I'm sure there's not a tablespoon of the light, I can't believe it's not butter, but I still count it as 1, because I think even a half is 1. But anyways, so 4, 5, 6 is a 6 Smart Point breakfast. Good morning guys, so we are out of the house and we are headed to go to the free movies. We are gonna go see Pan. I haven't seen it, kids haven't seen it. The other option was Minions. Of course, the little minion back there wants to see Minions, throwing a bit of a fit because, you know, you can't see Minions, but I don't know many boys that don't like pirates and, you know, all that stuff, so. And I haven't seen it and I really would like to see it too, so that is what we are going to do. And they will be stuffing their mouths with popcorn anyways, so they should be happy. Yeah, I was gonna bring grapes just for temptation for the popcorn because I can resist a lot of things, but popcorn, and it's not even the popcorn because I could have brought my own, it is the butter, even though it's oil, yeah, that I really like, even though it makes me sick every time, so go figure. Human nature, like things that are not good for us. Yeah, so I'm on my way over there. We are supposed to be going on vacation, or at least part of us are supposed to go on vacation next week, but I don't know if we are going to go on vacation or not because well, my husband had said that he had requested the time off, and then last night he was like, well, when are we gonna go so I can request time off? And I was like, I thought you requested next week off. And then he was like, oh yeah. So I don't know if he was just trying to not make me upset and he hadn't actually asked for the time off, but his work, as long as they're not in like the busy season, is pretty flexible, and they're just coming off of a really busy time, and he's taken everybody else's like overtime and taking on call and everything for everybody else, so I don't see why it would be a problem. But anyways, I was just kind of surprised that he seemed like he had no idea, because we've been talking about the vacation thing, and he's been saying he needs one. I am a creature of habit. I like to know where I mean, it'd be one thing if it was just us and not any kids, and especially not a special needs kid, but that's who most likely is going to be going with us, are the bookends, which is my oldest and my youngest, and I like to know that we have some place that we're going to be, and it's not like we have tons of disposable income or money that we are just going to be wasting. So I like to be able to plan things. I do not like surprise stuff. So I was trying to plan. He's thinking differently than I am. He wants to stay in expensive hotels, and I guess me, since I'm the one that does all the bills and everything, I would much rather stay. And I love camping too. And there's like yurts. I've never actually stayed in a yurt, and there's actually one that is available over on the Oregon coast. And I tried to talk him into it. It didn't go very far because he started looking at expensive places, and I tried to reason with him that, you know, if we got an expensive place, then we wouldn't be able to do other extracurricular stuff, like he had talked about deep sea fishing, which is no cheap feat, but in the end he just kind of drifted off and stopped talking about it, so I don't know. And then he tried to tell me that it was going to be way too hot to camp on the Oregon coast. I don't think so. Before I even approached him about it, of course, I had looked it up, and it's holding steady next week at about 64 to 65 degrees. That's like perfect beach weather for me. So, and then I started thinking, well, I always wanted to see the Grand Canyon. And yes, 15 hours in a car with 2 kids or 3 kids, depending, because the 4th one will be at his mother's house for the week or something, because we've had him actually now for 2 weeks. And it's usually every other week, but I don't know how she figured things out. But anyway, she wanted us to keep him for 2 weeks. So I don't know. I just, it beyond baffles my mind sometimes. And I thought, oh yeah, Grand Canyon, and then nope. I got to thinking, guess what? It's like 106 there. So if my husband's argument was that it was going to be too hot, then yeah, no Grand Canyon. He has lived all over the country. I mean, he's lived in North Carolina, Arizona, Alaska. I think they had some time in California. Obviously Washington State. But I mean, he's been, like, anywhere that I say I want to be or go, he's been. Which I have only been to a very few small, tiny places. Like, I was extremely lucky to be able to go to Texas. That was a paid-for trip, which extremely grateful for that. I lived in Idaho for a couple months and then came back. Oh, and Miss Kristen G. You know, I hear you're talking about your son's allergies and how you moved and they went all crazy, which is funny because we moved from Washington State, which where we live, it's really dry. And then we moved into Idaho where it's not quite as dry. And my son's allergies like totally went away. And he's on like 3 different kinds of allergy medications. Has always been, but when we went there, they like totally disappeared. But then when we came back, his allergies came back, of course. So anyways, yeah, so I guess long story, or yeah, I don't know. We still don't know where we're going for vacation. I'm a little annoyed about it, and I don't even want to talk about vacation anymore because it is the summer. It's extremely hard to reserve places. I guarantee you probably if I go and look for the year again, it's going to be gone. So I'm a little frustrated. I would like to know where we're going and have a plan because it's really difficult for me to function without a plan. And it's not like we can just pick up and go. We have a small car. It has 5 seatbelts, which is another reason we are somewhat okay with not taking all of the children. Well, and again, it just has to be. We don't have money to rent a van or an SUV for a week because we looked that up too. That would be like $800, and that's not, you know, staying anywhere or anything. It's just renting a vehicle. So we looked at that. That was not going to happen. So I don't know. Vacations with us is so freaking difficult because we have so many people, and when we went to go buy, this is gonna be a long video. When we went to go buy my car, we were struggling with money a little bit anyways, so I wanted to get something that was more economical. I was trading out of a van that was a gas hog, and at the time I was driving my husband to and from work, and it was costing over $100 a week to get him to and from a gas. So, because it wasn't just like normal, like you drive to work and you drive home. No, I had to drive him there, then I had to drive back, take the kids to school, do all the normal stuff, drive back to get him, and it's just, it was crazy. So anyways, that's why we got in somewhat economical vehicle for gas, because rarely do we take everybody somewhere, because, and the boys are getting, the middle 2 are getting bigger. I mean, they are gigantic boys. They are 14, well, they're both 14 at the moment, one will be 15 soon. So, I mean, they're just getting bigger. That's why. Anyways, probably gonna edit all of that out because that was just a big, huge ramble about nothing. Gosh. Alright, so, like I said, going to see Pan. Right, guys, so this is dinner. It is a roasted pear salad. It's got a few cashews, some blue cheese, these roasted pears, and then a dressing. I never use it all, but I know it's oil-based. So I'm just going to count this as like 12 Whether it's right or wrong, I don't know. But that would be how many points I've left for the day, so that is how many I'm counting it for. I think that's usually how I either usually count it for 12 or 14. I'm not sure. But anyways, this is dinner. And it looks really compacted down, but I mean, it's like deep and the lettuce fluffs up a lot, so lots of leafy greens. My favorite salad. Alright, so sorry for the long car ramble this morning. We have decided where we are going. We are going to Newport, Oregon, and we are camping. So we can do some other things like deep sea fishing and whatnot. We're leaving on Monday, so I don't know how vlogs are going to be after Monday because there's not going to be Wi-Fi. Unless there's I know there is a Starbucks, but I don't know if they have Wi-Fi there. So that was my dinner. What I didn't take a picture of was my lunch, which after we got done with the movie, we went and got McDonald's, and I had 6 chicken nuggets, which was 8 points, and 1 of the sweet and sour, which was 3, so that was 11, which left me with 12 for the day. Oh, I had 3 smart points worth of gummies at the movie. So, sorry for my kids, they're being really noisy. So it left me with 12, and that was my salad. I never use all the dressing, and I usually count it as 12 or 14, and can't remember if that was when I add flank steak to it or when I don't. Either way, it is what it is. I'm eating it. I mean, there's nothing really, anything in there that is bad for me or whatever. It's not like I'm sitting here eating fries or a donut or whatever. So, yeah, that was my lunch because the kids wanted to go look for Pokemon in the park. So we went and did that for a little bit while we were doing the drama of the trip. Because last night, oh, look, there's a hair. There was a yurt, which is like a circular building kind of thing, and it has electricity, and you bring your own bedding and everything, but you don't have to bring your tent. So they had one of those last night. I told my husband it wouldn't be there today, but he didn't listen. It's not there anymore. So we had to get a camping site. We were lucky to get that, but anyway. And my mother-in-law, sometimes she doesn't make a lot of sense, because I had a credit card. We share a bank, not a bank account, but we share a bank, and she transfers like birthday gifts and stuff into our bank account if she's just doing money. So she's able to do that, but she gave me this credit card. I can't remember what we were using it for. I don't know. Anyways, it was for something, and I don't think we even ended up using it, and I've had it for months now. And they were supposed to send her a new one. Apparently they never did, because I called her to see if we could just reserve the campsite with the card, because that's usually what we do. We use that card for reserving things, and then we pay her back. They never sent her a new card, so I've been walking around with her credit card. I would never let anybody do that. She's nutty. And she's like, oh no, that's the one, go ahead and use it. I almost shredded it the other day because she had said that they were going to send her one with a chip. But anyways, neither here nor there, so I need to go out and take that card to her so she can have it, because it makes me nervous having things of other people's. Anyways, so destination is picked. We know where we're going. We are taking the oldest and the youngest with us. The other two, my 14-year-old is going to be staying with his dad for the week, and then my husband's 14-year-old is going to be with his mom, because that is his mom's time. We've had him for 2 weeks now, and it's usually, I think I explained this before, it's every other week. But anyways, I need to go take care of some kids that are telling each other to shut up. And you know what, I'm just going to end the vlog here. I hope you guys are having a great time. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you tomorrow.